Have you ever seen someone handle life's challenges with such ease, you can't help but wonder how they do it? It's not about brute force, it's about a deeper understanding. Enter Miyamoto Musashi, far more than Japan's greatest swordsman. He was a philosopher whose insights cut through the ages. His work, the Book of Five Rings, isn't just about martial arts. It's a comprehensive guide on strategic thinking that applies to all aspects of life. Imagine applying the wisdom of this legendary figure to everyday challenges. Musashi's philosophy teaches us to master our minds, understand our environment, and navigate interpersonal relationships with strategic insight. Whether you're looking to stand out in your career, improve your social interactions, or simply build personal resilience, Musashi's teachings provide a clear path. We're about to explore how Musashi's age-old strategies can be adapted for today's world. This journey is about more than historical curiosity. It's about learning to face life's battles with wisdom, not just strength. Miyamoto Musashi wasn't just a legendary samurai. He was also a man who really got something many of us are still trying to wrap our heads around. In the Book of Five Rings, he laid down some profound wisdom beyond sword fighting. Think of it like this. Musashi was dealing with life or death battles, but the strategies he came up with, they're about figuring out how to win in today's world too, whether at work, in your personal life, or just dealing with your inner struggles. He lived in a time when you had to be on your toes, always ready for the next challenge. Fast forward to now, and we're not that different. We might not be carrying swords, but we're facing our own battles, trying to get ahead in life or just keep our heads above water. Musashi's idea of understanding the situation, knowing yourself, and making your move at the right time can be a game changer whether you're trying to nail a job interview, improve your relationships, or get better at something important to you. The man was all about strategy, not just brute strength. It's like, instead of just barreling through problems and hoping for the best, he teaches us to be more like chess players, thinking a few moves ahead and using our heads. This is the kind of mindset that can make a real difference in how we tackle modern challenges. So, as we dive into Musashi's philosophy, we're not just talking about ancient tactics. We're connecting the dots between his world and ours, finding ways to apply his insights right here, right now. It's about taking his wisdom and making it work for us today, turning obstacles into opportunities and learning how to come out on top, no matter what we're facing. Picture this. You're gearing up for a big meeting at work, or maybe you're trying to navigate a tricky situation with a friend. Musashi's strategies, rooted in observation, patience, and understanding, can be your secret playbook. Imagine you're in a tough negotiation and things are getting heated. Musashi would say, know your environment. This means reading the room, understanding what the other person really wants, and adjusting your approach. It's not about being the loudest. It's about being the smartest in the room. Or think about improving yourself, like picking up a new skill or habit. Musashi's principle of continuous improvement, or the way, suggests that mastery comes from consistent practice and reflection, not overnight success. So when you're feeling stuck or frustrated because progress seems slow, remember that it's all part of the journey. Every effort counts, and over time, these small steps lead to big leaps forward. Even in personal relationships where emotions can cloud our judgment, Musashi's teachings remind us to step back, assess our emotions, and respond with clarity and strategy, rather than react on impulse. It's about choosing the right moment to speak or act, ensuring our actions lead to harmony rather than conflict. So, whether you're facing office politics, personal goals, or everyday dilemmas, channeling a bit of Musashi's strategic mindset can offer a fresh perspective. It's not about turning life into a battlefield, but about navigating it with wisdom and grace. So, we've been talking about how Musashi's strategies aren't just for the battlefield, but are super relevant for our daily lives too, right? Now, let's get into something even more practical. Musashi's Book of Five Rings lays out some pretty clear strategies that we can actually use. Think of it as a manual for tackling everyday situations, from tricky conversations to making big decisions. Let's dive into these 5 rings of influence and see how they can make a real difference for us. First up, the Earth Ring. This one's all about getting to know your own turf. knowing yourself and your surroundings. Before you jump into anything, whether it's a new project at work or a personal goal, take a stock of where you are. What are your strong points and what areas could use a bit of work? This self-awareness is key to setting yourself up for success. Next, we've got the water ring. Just like water adapts to whatever container it's in, we've got to be adaptable in our lives. Say you're in a tight spot with a coworker or a friend. Being rigid won't get you far. Try to see things from their perspective, adapt your approach, and you might just find a way through that seemed impossible before. Moving on to the fire ring, this one's about igniting action and not waiting around for things to happen. Sometimes you've got to take the initiative, make the first move. Whether it's applying for that job you've always wanted or starting a conversation about an issue that's been bothering you, taking action is often the first step to change. The wind ring emphasizes the importance of understanding others. In any interaction, being able to read the room or grasp another person's perspective can give you a strategic advantage. It's about empathy and also about knowing your competition. So next time you're in a tough spot, try to think about what the other person is aiming for and how you can navigate that to your advantage. Finally, the void ring deals with the things beyond our understanding and control. It's a reminder that not everything can be planned for and that sometimes we need to be comfortable with uncertainty. This can be a powerful tool for personal growth. Embrace the unknown and let it teach you to be more resilient and flexible. After diving into the 5 rings and seeing how they can light up different parts of our lives, let's talk about something that ties it all together, rolling with the punches and making the best out of the tough spots. Musashi was all about adaptability, and let's face it, life's gonna throw curveballs. Life's not always smooth sailing, and Musashi knew that better than anyone. The trick is to see these bumps in the road not just as obstacles, but as chances to grow and get better. Got knocked down? Learn why and how to dodge next time. Project didn't pan out? Figure out the missing piece and come back stronger. Musashi's idea was all about learning from every single experience, good or bad. In a world that's changing by the minute, being stuck in your ways is like trying to use a map in the middle of the ocean. It's not much help. Musashi's teachings remind us that being adaptable, able to change tactics, learn new skills, or shift perspectives is what helps us navigate through life's uncertainties. Whether it's a career change, a move to a new city, or just dealing with the daily grind, flexibility is your best friend. So how do we put this into practice? Start small. Change doesn't have to be monumental to be effective. Try a new approach in your daily routine, listen to an opposing viewpoint without judgment, or take a class in something you know nothing about. It's these little shifts that can prepare us for the bigger ones. Musashi's journey wasn't just about perfecting the art of the sword. It was about mastering the art of living. By embracing adaptability and viewing challenges as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks, we can apply his centuries-old wisdom to our modern lives. So next time you're faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what would Musashi do? And remember, it's not just about getting through the obstacle. It's about what you learn on the way. All right. Diving into Musashi's world and his 5 rings has given us a ton to think about, right? But hey, this isn't where the story ends. It's actually just the beginning. Think of today as day 1 of your own journey into mastering the art of living, armed with some ancient samurai wisdom that's surprisingly relevant to our hustle and bustle lives.